She says no. No, sorry, I'm not interested. What's the worst case scenario at that point? What happens? What happens? Do you shrink an inch? Do you lose? Like, does your hairline recede an inch? Does money like fall out of your bank account? What happens? Please. So I have minus 1,000 aura. No, that's not a thing.
In this video, we answer a very simple question.
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye. Bombastic side.
Women are going crazy, guys, because they can't figure out why you're not going up to them anymore.
I don't know why they're not going up to a woman. Like, what's holding them back from that?
Good guys aren't going to want to hit on you in public.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now?
What's up with men? I don't know. I wanted to ask you, men don't come up and ask or talk to you anymore?
I can't remember many times of I've been approached, and that has been hard on my self-confidence because I've seen it happen to my friends, specifically these two friends that are drop dead gorgeous, fit all the beauty standards, petite. Obviously I'm not harping on them, but I'm always just why doesn't that happen to me? Am I intimidating somehow? Am I putting off a certain vibe? I like to be it's just my height, I guess, and I'm just too broad of shoulders for someone to approach me. But I've been approached by women, and so I wonder if it really is, it's almost switching these days of people are just changing.
Why is it if you're out in public, right, and you see a girl, give them a little smile, why don't you just start a conversation?
Quite frankly, one of the biggest reasons why a lot of men aren't even bothering to approach women anymore is because a lot of women out there have simply told them not to. It's as simple as that.
There is an epidemic that we need to talk about. Why is it that men ignore you in person? What's going on? And you know what? You're probably thinking this has only happened to me once and I'm making a video about it, but no, this has been happening years. It's years.
Women all over the world are dressing up, stepping out, giving green lights, and still going home alone. They're smiling, they're waiting, and nothing happens. They post about it. They make TikToks about it. Some even go viral saying, can we please bring back the men that are walking up to women? But you know what most men say back? Nope, I'm good.
Okay, so not only do men not approach women in clubs in New York, but they don't even acknowledge you when you come and sit on the same table as them.
So what happened? Why did men stop approaching women? It wasn't overnight. Something deeper shifted socially, emotionally, and even psychologically. And what you're about to hear might just make you feel a little more understood than you've had in a long time. This isn't just a dating trend. This is happening everywhere, from clubs in New York to gyms in LA, from college to coffee shops, you name it. There's a noticeable silence. And if you think women aren't noticing it, they are. You can scroll through any social platforms and find posts like, I was dressed up, I smiled at a guy, and nothing. We made eye contact 3 times, he never came over. Where did all the confident men go? But here's the twist, they're still here. They're just quiet now. Because for a growing number of men, it's not about shyness. It's not about fear. It's about self-preservation. It's about looking at the rules of the game and realizing the game doesn't serve them anymore. And once you understand what happens in gyms and clubs, you'll realize the silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. Let's talk about one of the most important battlegrounds in this debate, the gym. For years, women online have said, stop looking at me. Don't bother me when I'm working out. Creeps at the gym need to be exposed, they say. And guess what? Men listen. So now, men keep their distance. They avoid eye contact. Some even change gyms altogether just to avoid the risk of being filmed, shamed, or even misunderstood. And here's the irony. That same gym is now filled with women asking, why won't anyone approach me? Where are all the confident men? What happened to real masculinity? You want the truth? It got pushed out. It was called creepy, it was called aggressive, and it was called doing too much. And after enough times of being shut down, mocked, or mischaracterized, men just left the conversation. They didn't argue. They just stopped. They stopped approaching. They stopped risking it. They stopped trying because what used to be charming is now problematic. And when even a polite hello can turn into a viral takedown video, why even try?
So, there's this thread on X that has ushered us into the new year. From these comments, you can clearly tell that a man did something heinously wrong, obviously to women. In a moment, we'll play the actual video that has drawn these harsh reactions, but as for now, take a guess what the man in question did to warrant these sentiments. Now, this is what the guy did. The guy approached a group of women, and from that, these were the comments. This was the original post of that video. Take a good look at its interactions at the time of publishing this. We are talking close to 5 million impressions, over 100,000 likes, over 6,000 bookmarks, and tons of comments. It's safe to say, millions of people have seen this post. Let's sample some of the comments, especially the responses given by the one who put up the post. Here, we have a true reflection of what society has become these days. Nothing is more important than social media, and interrupting someone's video is actually treasonous. A man approaching a woman amounts to men being freaks who believe that the world is revolving around them. If not entitlement, a man approaching a woman amounts to him either lacking social awareness, shame, or self-respect, whichever way you want to put it. Again, big on the whole lacking self-respect thing for having the audacity, not courage, the audacity to approach women. Of course, posts like these bring out the disdain some people have for men. For some, it's a moment to share their confirmation bias. There was a whole group of those reacting that told men how much they should be minding their business to avoid being useless and tactless, and just stop approaching women because that makes them miserable creatures, with things becoming worse for them by the day. Apart from the misandry going on here, there's an important point being raised in this comment. The women loved and acknowledged the attention, but the timing was off. There's a time to approach a woman, and her with her friends is not that time. There were a lot of comments about the timing, which makes you wonder, if when she's happy is not the perfect time, then what is? This one went for a whole monologue on the fact that it's never okay for a person to approach a stranger. Forget the timing, forget what they were doing in the moment, just never approach her or her friends anywhere in public. There's a right time to approach women, and apart from that, no means no. When you approach a woman and she rejects you or shoots you down, persisting really makes you creepy. Based on how the women feel about you, confidence can easily be interpreted as ego. Like, is there really a time women are anywhere for men apart from the dating events they find themselves alone?
I'm out here on the Detroit Princess boat at the Q weekend. Okay. Yeah. At the very top. Okay. I hope y'all can get beautiful scenery out here. Okay. Gorgeous out here. Breeze, it's breezy. My smile is cheesy. But guess what? I got killed him. And looking good. And looking good. And looking good.
Some really took immense pride in the fact that he was ignored and just stood there looking like, in their words, an idiot. Apart from him being ignored, this one used this as a teachable moment to explain to men why women even choose to be childless, basically because men approach women. Of course, a further explanation as to why women want men gone. Some even have suggestions of how men should be gone. These people will turn around and say that more men should care about women's issues because we're supposed to be allies. And all this because bro just decided to shoot his shot. All bro did was approach women who weren't interested in him, and he got torched on the internet. Again, there's a right time to shoot your shot, and you being persistent is not needed as you come off as creepy.